So guys, this video is a little unique. I need some help from you guys. I'm deciding between two totally different computers. Okay, so the two products, and don't mind me looking down, I have it all in notes right here. I'm not gonna act like this is a big professional video, just a casual video, just talking, getting some thoughts out. Heck, I'm in my pajamas, so nothing too formal right now. So the two computers I have in my mind of buying would be the Alienware Aurora R5, which is like the latest model, and the MacBook Pro 15-inch. And guys, don't forget, this isn't one of those videos where you just, watch it, leave a like or a dislike and leave. The whole purpose of this video, I want to know what your thoughts are. So leave them in the comment section below. Let me know whether it's 3 words or 3 paragraphs. Let me know what your thoughts are on the Alienware Aurora R5 versus the 15-inch MacBook Pro. So they're two really different computers if you don't know already. So let's start out with the price. Right now I actually saw on Best Buy's website, the Alienware is going for $13.99. So it's on sale $100 off from $14.99. And just for the heck of it, I compared it to the Dell website, and I have it written down. For the same specs and everything on Dell's website, it's $16.79, and that's after Dell's discount. So this is a pretty good deal. The MacBook Pro obviously isn't going to be on sale because it just was released, this new model. The one I'm looking at is $2399.99, so literally $1,000 more. So it better be worth it for what I'm getting. So, and that's why I'm coming to you guys, because I'm seriously considering one or the other, and I want to go through all the pros and cons. So first of all, processor. They both have the Core i7. The Alienware is a desktop PC, so obviously it's going to be a more stronger processor. It's not going to be like a mobile powered processor. This Core i7 though is going to be the strongest of any of the MacBook Pros because it's in the 15-inch model. Yeah, there's not really much to say other than that. The video card, again, the Alienware is going to keep winning a lot of the spec stuff. I'll get to where the MacBook Pro would win down the line. So the Alienware has a Nvidia 1070 with 8 gigabytes of video RAM, and the MacBook Pro has a Radeon 450 with 2 gigabytes of RAM. So definitely a big difference there. A lot of people criticize Apple why they even chose AMD for their processors or for their video cards. I have no idea. RAM, this is where they're the same. Alienware and the MacBook Pro both have 16 gigabytes of RAM. The SSD both of them have is 256 gigabytes. They both have that. The Alienware though has a 1 terabyte hard drive in addition, so that's for holding all your files that you don't really care about accessing quickly. So it's like your backups, your backup drive. For the MacBook Pro, if I wanted to do that, I would have to use an external hard drive. And we'll get to some of those complications in just a bit. Obviously, I don't really need to point this out, but the Alienware uses Windows, the MacBook Pro uses Mac OS, two really big operating systems. I personally have never even had a Mac OS in my house. The only time I've ever used it has been if I've used like a friend's computer for just a little bit. But honestly, the combined time I've even spent on a Mac is probably less than like 10 hours of my whole life. Okay, so this is a YouTube channel, so let's get down to video editing, like what these computers are going to be used for a lot of the time, or at least what like the most intensive thing these computers are going to be used for. So the Alienware, obviously I can use Adobe Premiere Pro. I said that really weird. Right now I use Adobe Premiere Elements 14, which is like a very basic version of Premiere. I can do basically what I want to, but I am limited. It's basically because of that computer right there. I try to load up like Premiere Pro and it's just really slow. It doesn't work at all. So obviously the Alienware with the Core i7, the 16 gigabytes of RAM, and then the dedicated video card will help a lot. One thing to mention though, I've kind of researched, and at least in the past few months, the 1070 and similar graphics cards don't seem to be very compatible with Adobe Premiere yet. So unless they've been updated like very recently, either that or the drivers, I don't know how much better processing power I'm going to get from the video card right now in the current state of Adobe Premiere. On the other spectrum, Final Cut Pro on the MacBook Pro should be amazing. Like, I don't even shoot in 4K right now, so shooting in 1080p should be a breeze. I mean, I've heard where even with 4K footage, you don't even need to render it, and you press export and it's just like in a matter of minutes. This computer, I did like a 35-minute video, just basic. It took over an hour to export. I imagine on a new Alienware computer, it's going to be a lot quicker. But from what I've heard, like, Final Cut Pro is so optimized, especially if you want to do 4K. Now, I'm not doing it right now, but this rig is for the future too. So I have to keep that in mind. And as far as cost, Final Cut Pro, I don't know the exact price, and it's like $300 or $350, but you buy it, and it's like if you bought an app on your phone. You buy it and you get updates for life. So that's not a bad deal. With Adobe Premiere, it comes with like the whole suite, so I think you pay like $50 a month for it, and you get it forever, but you have to pay $50 a month. So that's kind of steep. I mean, with YouTube, you know, you make AdSense, you make earnings and stuff, so that's fine, but having $50 taken from my account every single month, even if I'm not really using it, or if I stop using it, or if I stop paying for it, then I can't use it anymore, it just seems crazy. So, I mean, that's a pretty big thing as well. And that has me kind of leaning towards Mac, because I really like the idea of just paying one time. And beside the point, I've opened up Adobe Premiere Pro before, and it could just be me because I'm not very familiar with it, but it seems very overwhelming in comparison when I've seen screenshots of Final Cut. I've never used Final Cut. I've never even used Premiere, like, other than just for a few minutes, but just at first glance, it seems like Final Cut Pro seems so much easier. And people have told me, like, you know, get Premiere Pro, you'll be happy once you learn it. But honestly, I'm sitting in a room talking about smartphones and tech. Do I really need something that crazy? Yes, like, I'm using Premiere Elements right now, which is pretty basic, but I'd like to step up a little bit. But I don't want to, like, go crazy, you know? But if you could let me know too, like, are there any other better alternatives to Adobe Premiere Pro for Windows? Because right now the software is kind of what has me on the fence. Like, if Final Cut Pro is as amazing as I hear, like, I'd be all willing to just get a Mac just for that, which is kind of sad, but whatever. That's basically the biggest pro of the Mac, Final Cut Pro for me right now. But also, this is where the Alienware is really going to just win in every single tick mark. So, ports. Well, for one, a laptop is mobile. It's not going to have as many ports, but the MacBook Pro has 4 USB Type-C ports. That's it. And a headphone jack. We won't forget about that. But the Alienware, I did some research. It has 7 USB 3.0 ports. It has 6 USB 2.0 ports. It's got a USB Type-C port. It's got optical ports. It's got a port for your freaking subwoofer. It's got everything. It's on the front of the tower. It's got headphone in. It's got mic in. Like, if you want a port, it's going to be up there. And if you don't have the port, you can install it somehow. So that's not an issue there at all. So with the MacBook Pro, obviously it doesn't come with a card reader. And my USB card reader is USB like Type A, so I'd have to get an adapter for that. So very minimum, I'd have to buy one adapter so the MacBook Pro can read my memory card. If I want to hook up the MacBook Pro to my current monitor, I'd have to get another adapter, which I think is like $50. With the Alienware, obviously it's going to hook up to my monitor with HDMI. It's going to hook up to my card reader with USB. It's going to hook up to my Bose soundbar with the optical audio. If I want to hook up the Bose to the MacBook Pro with optical audio, oh gosh, who knows what type of adapter I would have to use. I'd probably just have to settle on just using Bluetooth for the ease of it. But I guess that's kind of where I would have mentioned the Pro of the MacBook Pro. So my Alienware is right there. So ideally, that's probably where the new computer would go, just be on my desk. Because I don't want to really keep it on the floor or close to the floor because I have a dog. And her hair is just like, it goes everywhere. So I feel having the computer on the floor would really just attract more hair into it and decrease the longevity of the computer itself. And plus, I think it would look pretty cool on my desk. Like when I'm shooting videos, you can see it. But anyway, the MacBook Pro is kind of in another regards. If I had that, it would reduce a lot of cables from what you can see basically. It would get rid of the monitor from my desk for the most part if I choose not to use that. So this is where I'm at right now, just after I said all of this. The big thing, the MacBook Pro is $1,000 more. Like that's a lot. Also the adapters, it's going to be an issue for me. Like when I just do like normal web browsing, which I do a lot, it'll be fine. But once I want to hook my monitor up to it, my SD card, my speaker, it's just going to be a little bit unnecessary. But the thing in the back of my mind is Final Cut Pro. Like everyone says, it is so easy to use. It's amazing. And the cost of Final Cut will eventually help me recoup my cost of the MacBook Pro, considering I don't have to pay monthly. But also Adobe Premiere Pro, you pay monthly for, but it comes with all these other sets of software. So I guess in a way that could be good because I could challenge myself to learn them. Like I could learn Photoshop, I could learn After Effects, make all of my stuff better. So, I mean, I've gone through like the pros and cons of everything. So at this point, let me know. I'm really going to take everyone's opinions and thoughts to heart because as of right now, I'm still not 100%. But yeah, that's all I got to say about that, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. Hopefully you don't think I'm too crazy comparing like two completely different devices. Like this is like when I was looking at the Canon 80D and the Sony a6300. They're like two totally different devices, and I find myself always comparing the weirdest things. And that's all I gotta say about that, guys. Be sure to comment below what you think on this, because that's the whole point of this video. I want to know what your opinion is. If it's 3 words or if it's 3 paragraphs, let me know.